Jordan Kuhns of the Marauder Sports Broadcasting Network, a special MSBN presentation. I'm here with new football head coach Greg Breitbach, the 21st Millersville football head coach. First off, Greg, welcome to the university, and tell me what your excitement level has been flying in this morning and getting started today.
Well, Jordan, it's been a fabulous process to go through over the course of the last couple weeks here. It's been fast and furious. I've tried to inform myself with as much as I need to in order to make this move with my family, to integrate into the Millersville community and the Millersville University, and then also to be ready to hit the ground running football-wise. I'm grateful, I'm excited, and I'm also humbled by getting this opportunity. I've waited a long time trying to be prepared for a situation like this should it arise. It seems like it's a fit in terms of timing. Millersville might need me, and I'm excited to be here.
Now, Greg comes over from the University of North Dakota, a program that went from Division II to Division I, this program in a transitional period as well. What do you take from that experience in North Dakota and bring it here to Millersville moving forward?
Well, there's a tremendous amount of things that I'm going to bring with me. I was real fortunate to work with some great football coaches in Dale Lennon and Chris Mussman and all of the assistants that were at UND. It was fortunate enough to see how our administration went through the process of raising our scholarship dollars to the point where we were a fully funded Division I football team. I watched the process develop. I learned from it, and I think it's a similar process in some respects to what we're trying to accomplish here. There's a lot of internal workings, but ultimately what has to happen is all of the different people, departments, community, alumni, all of these things are here. People want to do it. It's a matter of putting them in alignment and have everybody pulling the rope the same direction. That's ultimately what I'm looking forward to do. I know it's going to be a challenge and a process that's going to take time. We're going to be patient. We're going to work hard, but I believe I can see an outcome here that's going to be extremely positive for our student athletes, for our university, and for our community.
Now, Greg, you talk about alignment. I know you'd said it not only during the presser and not just now, but in the open forum as well. You talk about alignment. What do you believe that alignment of all facets brings to the football program?
Alignment brings an opportunity to be successful. Without it, what you have is you have different parts of the program, whether it be coaches and players, whether it be administrators and coaches, whether it be fundraisers and alumni. All of them have to be interconnected. It's a round circle with all parts interconnected to one another. Alignment is putting that in a way that can continue to move towards a vision and push the program forward. What I see here is there's plenty of energy, there's plenty of excitement, there's plenty of ideas. What we need to do is stick our heels in the ground on certain ideas and not just hope for them to happen, but find a way to make them happen. And that's what I'm excited to do, is work with everybody within the university, the community, the alumni base, our coaches, our players, and try and make sure that what we decide to do, we go forward with it full steam, no looking back, just looking straight forward with a positive outlook and an attitude that says we can and we will.
You've had an opportunity to not only look at the athletic facilities, but the Millersville community as a whole. What first drew you to Millersville in general, just in central Pennsylvania? And what excites you about this university as a whole, not only just maybe the student body, but the facilities as well?
Well, what excites me about this university is there's several things that I knew about it before I ever applied for the job. I knew about this football conference out here in Pennsylvania, and I knew how good it was and the quality of football, the level of talent, all of those things we'd learned in the playoffs in North Dakota. My respect level has been high. Also knowing that the university is extremely good academically, that's something that's close to my heart because I believe academics and athletics should coexist. They should not be exclusive one or the other. I think it's part of a positive college experience to be good at both. All those things drew me to Millersville. When it became a situation where I was invited to campus to interview. The biggest factor for me was my family, to have my wife come along on the visit, my wife Kara. She has a good gauge for people, for communities, and when she felt comfortable, my trust level was pretty high that we had something going here. She felt really good about the schools. She felt good about all the things that personally you need in place to raise your family. With those things in place, we moved farther in the process, and I got excited when I was able to talk to the administration and hear what their ideas were, when I was able to talk with the players and I saw how many young men came to my forum, how excited they were, how responsive they were, how coachable they were in that hour that I spent with them. Those things gave me encouragement that we can move forward and not just expect a status quo. The process became longer, and as we worked through it, I really began to see how there's so many resources on campus, and if we can put them in alignment, and if we can get them working together, if we can get one another all pulling the rope the same direction, I just think that there's a tremendous amount of room for us to raise this program, move forward from where we are right now, and who knows what the ceiling can be. Life's about timing, and I really feel the timing is pretty good for me to be here at Millersville University, and I look forward to this opportunity.
Now, Greg, is always about academic success. You had just touched on that last question. You talk about how your students need to be successful, not only in the classroom, but on the playing field as well. What does that academic success bring to the football program on the field as well as off the field?
Well, you can't have a solid alumni base if they didn't graduate, so that starts with that. Academic success is confidence. It's knowing that you can accomplish something when you put your mind to it, that you're prepared, that you've done all the work that you need to. It's a discipline, self-discipline that's required of a student athlete that isn't always the same as a normal student. So that academic success is something that needs to be a daily life experience that we need to live as student athletes. When you do that over the course of 4 or even 5 years, then you've become something and someone that has the skills and abilities to go out there in life, become a good father, a good citizen, and a good role model, and also be a good employee or good owner, if that's what it comes down to. So I really feel that that's part of what we're trying to develop here. Yes, we're trying to develop a football program, but ultimately we wouldn't have football coaches without football players. So I understand that I'm in a position where I have a great role and a great opportunity to impact their lives for the long run, and I take that very seriously.
And final question for you, Greg, is this program was based on a saying, Marauder pride.